Laughter is a physical reaction in human beings that can consist typically of a rhythmical, often audible contraction of the diaphragm and other parts of the respiratory system, and it is a response to certain external or internal stimuli. But your grandma told you that, aren't you? Interestingly, scientists do know that laughter is a highly sophisticated social signaling system. So laughter is sophisticated. So if you want to become sophisticated, you might want to laugh. Yes, that didn't work. But actually, it helps people to kind of bond and even negotiate. And interestingly, most social laughter doesn't result from an obvious joke. Interesting. It doesn't actually come from an actual joke. Most social laughter just comes from situations. And laughter is not limited to communicating mirth, merriment. Now, when I got in my office this morning, I am very well known in this church, I believe, for some of my habits. Because I opened my office door this morning and found a bar of emergency chocolate stuck to my door. See, that wasn't a joke, but and it made me laugh as well. And then I came to put my paperwork on my stand and I found Choc-Aid, which is chocolate shit for life, boo-boos, that has been apparently helping people of all ages cheer up, and they are shaped like Band-Aids. So there's two things that made you laugh, and they weren't even jokes, they were just telling you what was in my office, so I'm going well this morning. Our first reading today came from Psalm 126, and this is one of the collection of poems that is known as the Song of Ascents. And basically what had happened is that people have been delivered. They've been delivered out of bondage, they've been delivered out of distress. And so the psalm was penned really to give them something to celebrate their return out of Babylon. So they turned everything into laughter. I find that fascinating. They've been through this horrendous time in their life, and they come to this place and they could turn everything to laughter, make everything joy-filled. They found their inner joy again, and they gave thanks, which is a bit like we talked about last week, giving thanks at all times, having an attitude of gratitude, so that when we get up in the morning, we're grateful that we're alive and we're grateful for what we can do. So I read this little quote, and I thought it was so sweet. A good laugh heals a lot of hurts. And it's so true. That when we can have a good laugh, that sometimes the stuff that we're going through just feels a whole lot better. So I thought I'd give you a laugh or two this morning. Yay! Jim, we're going to show 4 videos, but it's more about the sound than the vision. Okay, so I'm going to ask the videos to go on.
So silly, Willie.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm just remembering the time that I did that, where I laughed so loud I couldn't stop.
Ja, nee. Vertel. Ja.
I told you I'd give you a laugh for some. Oh dear. So you were laughing so hard you didn't hear the last bit because the person grabbed the phone out of her hand, threw it across the room and then went, not a joke to be heard and yet you're laughing. That's going to be good. How many of you have had really good belly laugh recently? Cool. And you know at that point where it hurts so much you actually, like the person in the video, couldn't breathe because you're just laughing so much. And I don't know about you, but I did this when I was carrying something somewhere recently. I can't remember who I was carrying with. But I laughed so much I couldn't actually lift it up because every time I went to lift it up I started laughing. For me, I lose all sense of control and strength when I laugh that much. But actually it's really, really good for us. And we forget to do that. And you know, the woman in the last video who took the phone from the woman and was like, I can't stand this laughter anymore, says more about her than the person that had the annoying laugh. And sometimes we take the laughter from each other. Sometimes there is so, and it's not like individuals that we take it, but sometimes society takes the laughter from us. There is so much happening in the world that we get so serious about everything that we forget to be like the babies, where just blowing raspberries becomes funny. Like, why can't we as adults just sit and blow raspberries sometimes and actually have some fun? You see, I believe that God empowers us with that ability to laugh, not to suppress it, but to share it. Because when we can laugh that much, then we can get through so many things. Our second reading is from Luke, and it was the Sermon on the Mount. And this version of the sermon kind of is slightly different to the Matthew version, because Luke lists the woes. You know, the woe, the blessed are you who are weeping. Woe is you. You will laugh again. Because he knew that you could get through anything and laugh at the other side of it. And sometimes there are things going on around us, people are in really awkward situations, and we feel like we can't say anything because if we do, we might say the wrong thing, or we might make them laugh, and now's not the most appropriate time to make them laugh because they're supposed to be sad, but actually, sometimes in that moment, what people need is some joy. No matter what we're going through, we will laugh again. Carolyn Birmingham explains this just so beautifully. She says, a smile starts on the lips, a grin spreads to the eyes, a chuckle comes from the belly, but a good laugh bursts forth from the soul. It overflows and it bubbles all around. Have you ever been with somebody that's got the giggles and you have no idea what they are laughing at, and they keep pointing at something and just uncontrollably laughing, and suddenly you find yourself laughing and you have no idea why or what they're laughing at, but it's extremely funny anyway. That's the kind of laughter that she is talking about. Laughter for laughter's sake. And those of you that are on diets, laughter you can actually burn calories with, so just so you know. So around Christmas, if you laugh a lot instead of getting stressed over stuff, you'll lose more weight and you can eat more. But that's just But one of the things I wanted to say about laughter is there is some caution needed. Now the videos that I showed you, the last one was about somebody taking the laughter from somebody. But the previous three weren't about laughing at other people. And I think there's some laughter that we need to be very careful that we don't join in or we don't start. And that's laughing at other people. It's very easy to laugh at somebody when they can't do something right. And don't worry, Nietzsche, I'll still laugh at you. Sorry, I'm really choking. Seriously, sometimes we laugh at other people, groups of people. You know, somebody that does worship very differently to us, somebody that believes something very different, and we just laugh at them. I know when I lived in Dorchester, one of the things that groups of people laughed at was the witches' coven. We had a lot of witches' covens in Dorchester. Now, when people met them, they didn't actually realise they were witches because they imagined them dancing around naked, the same with the pagans, dancing around naked in the fields and just being wacky-doodle people. And then they'd meet people and they'd get to know them and then they'd come out as a witch. And they'd be sat there. Oh my gosh, you're nothing like I thought you would be. And we do that so often, is laugh at groups of people for the things that we don't understand. Another type of laughter that we need to be careful around is laughter of doubt. You know the kind when Sarah was told by God that she was going to have a child with Abraham, and she doubted God because she was too old and everything had gone a bit barren. Doubting God. Laugh with God. But laughter that is doubting is not a healthy laughter. Laughter of disbelief. Sometimes some things happen and we don't know what else to do except laugh because we cannot believe it can be this bad. And I'm thinking of certain situations I'm not going to share right now, but I'm sure some of you will be watching the social media and the news and see situations that you are in total disbelief. But if we stick to a place of laughter around it, nothing changes. And so we have to turn that laughter around into action, into positivity. Sometimes we laugh from a place of sadness. We don't know what to do with our emotions. And we're much better, I think, at laughing than we are than crying. Because crying is a sign of weakness, but somehow laughing is a sign of strength. And the laughter of embarrassment. Now this is my worst failing. And it's about my embarrassment and everybody else's embarrassment too. But if I fall over, if somebody else falls over, I can't help myself. I just burst out into fits and giggles. And then if they laugh at me when I fall over, they burst out into fits and giggles and I go nuts. Don't be laughing at me. But if I don't want people laughing at me, then I can't be laughing at other people. Some of the benefits of laughter are taught by psychology today, and they say, so those of you who have poor immune systems like me, bouts of laughter can actually boost your immune system. It can relax your muscles, except your abdominals if you laugh for like 20 minutes. It can aid your circulation and protect against heart disease. It helps your mental health. It lowers anxiety. It releases tension, improves your mood, fosters resilience. And it also enriches social experience by strengthening relationships. There is something about laughing together with other people that unites you. It can also diffuse conflict. So those that are coming on the march next Friday, you may need some laughter to get us through that time. There's a Jewish proverb that I just think is lovely. It says, as soap is to the body, so laughter is to the soul. And there are many places in the Bible, and especially in the Hebrew texts, where people are just singing out with joy, turning their tears into laughter. So I have a couple of suggestions this morning. That you try to find people that make you laugh. Not because they laugh at groups of people and you can just join in. Not because they are crude and tell crude jokes. Not because they make you laugh because they're frustrated about something and it just makes you laugh anyway. But find people who make you laugh just because they love life. The first reading told us about the people coming out of their bondage, out of their horrendous journey, and they joined together and they laughed and created merriment together, and they wrote songs about it. Find people who make you laugh because they know being serious all the time is exhausting. And find people who make you laugh just because they enjoy your company and can see the fun in things. We have a journey that we're about to take through Advent. And some of that is about reflecting. Some of that is about looking with expectation. But some of that too, there's a week called joy. And sometimes we lose our joy in life. We don't just lose it like when Rachel lost her sticker earlier on. It just fell out. We allow the other stuff to infiltrate us so much that we can't find that joy. So my encouragement to all of us is to find those people who will make us laugh, who will make us smile, the people who will empower us to find and keep hold of our joy, so that as we start this Advent journey, we are filled with thanks and laughter, praise. I'm sure it will be a much happier Advent journey if we do that, instead of allowing the media and all the stories in it to drag us down, and the commercialism to weigh us down. So I pray that you will remember the giggling of the children, that you will remember the belly laughing of the woman, and that you will remember not to let anybody take your laughter away. Amen.
So it is a holiday time of the year, and I'm certain that everyone took time on Thanksgiving to stop and give thanks to God for the multitude of blessings in our lives. Of course, immediately after Thanksgiving, we are reminded that it is also the time for giving. And our culture pushes us to go to the stores or go online and buy. While it is, of course, a beautiful thing to give gifts to others, to let them know how much we treasure them, it is also a delight to know that your gift does more than just go on a shelf or in a closet, but makes a difference. We have heard about an opportunity on Giving Tuesday to either have your picture taken as an unselfie or, of course, to go online and give. And I urge everyone to participate in that effort that will benefit the new building fund and hopefully bring us some special music. But it is important to remember as well that we have a chance to do this, to make our gifts matter each and every week. By sharing your tithes and offerings, you are instrumental in maintaining the ministry of Trinity MCC. Your financial gifts allow Trinity to be a safe, welcoming space in the community, to reach out to people who may have been rejected by other churches, to counter messages of hate, to provide comfort to those in need, and to work towards social justice. For all of those reasons, we will now be collecting your gifts and offerings as we sing Down the Mountain. Please join us in singing.